In Surah An-Nisa, verse 86, Allah tells us, "And when you are greeted with a greeting, greet with a better greeting than it or return it. Surely Allah takes account of all things." This teaches us that as Muslims, we are obligated to return greetings, like Assalamu alaikum, but we are encouraged to go beyond that and offer even better greetings. For example, if someone greets you with Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you, you can respond with Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, peace and blessings be upon you. This simple act spreads even more peace and kindness, making the world a better place. Now, what about greetings from non-Muslims? The Sunnah of the Prophet teaches that we shouldn't initiate greetings with non-Muslims, but if they greet us, we should return their greeting politely and respectfully. However, we don't need to add anything extra to their greeting. As Allah says, certainly Allah is ever a careful account taker of all things. Every action, no matter how small, is accounted for by Allah, so we must be mindful of how we interact with others. In the following verses, Surah An-Nisa 4:87-91, Allah talks about the different types of people within the community, including the hypocrites, those who pretend to be Muslim but are not. Allah makes it clear that these individuals, if they turn away from Islam and show their disbelief, are not to be trusted. The verse outlines the consequences for those who outwardly profess faith but inwardly reject it, emphasizing that we should not form alliances with them, especially if they are actively working against Islam. Allah provides specific guidelines on how to handle such situations, even telling us how to respond if they engage in hostility. One important point here is the concept of hijra or emigration. Initially, Muslims were required to emigrate from places of disbelief to places where they could practice their faith freely, but after the conquest of Mecca, this obligation ended. What remains, however, is a spiritual hijra, abandoning sinful actions and staying true to our faith. As the Prophet said, a muhajir, emigrant, is one who abandons what Allah has forbidden. This reminds us that true emigration is not just about physical movement, but about leaving behind bad habits and sins in our journey toward righteousness.